stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel some energy from you, but no one ever. I'm innocent, I'm a top. I'm not a furry, but deep down I know bottom inside. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel top energy from you, said no one ever. I'm a Catholic, she's a Catholic. I can never do wrong. I'm so innocent, this is my song. But when I'm flirting, when she's flirting, I'm a stone cold top. What do you mean? I'm too innocent for this. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel some energy from you, but no one ever. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel top energy from you, said no one ever. I like to act confident, like I know what to say. I like to tease you, I like to play in my way. But when you say, get on the bed, I lose my cool and I get in my head. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, she's a top, she's a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. I know everything, I know everything. I feel some energy from you, but no one ever. I like to act so sassy, but it's out of lie. Because I know deep down I'm a bottom inside. I'm a bottom inside. I'm not a furry, I'm not a furry, I'm not a furry. I'm a stone cold top, she's a stone cold top.
Hello everyone, welcome on in. Did not realise my mic was on, not gonna lie. Hi, how are you? How are all of you? Oh my goodness, there are a lot of you. How are you, Waffle? How are you, Lady Magora? How are you, Christian? Hello. Hubby! You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Okay, let me switch over to my overlay. And let me get my music on. Do tell me if the music is too loud. I've got myself some little rain sounds and some jazz. It's a little bit. It's not too loud. I can make that work. I'm going on like this for a couple of years, and you guys are the sweetest. She tackled me this afternoon like a mad woman, as she should. Are we drawing today? No, I just have a pencil out. I did a bit of drawing and then I erased it all on this previous page. Sometimes I just like to doodle. I've been in a doodly mood. You mean like a red panda bear? Mm-hmm. You know when red panda bears have that moment where they go like, ah, to make themselves look bigger? No, thank you for being on my side. I see you. What's the difference between Lady Magora and a red panda bear? I don't know, but it's not a big one. Look at that. No ink. Looks like we're doing an ink refill while we're here. And this ink pot is officially empty enough so that I can flip it on its side. Website is loading. All good, Magora. We have time. Got to do an ink refill without having, hopefully, any sort of ink respill. You just get a little tissue. Evening, Jinx. How are you? Sorry I couldn't take your call earlier. I was away from everything. I literally only just got back to my phone and noticed that you called and figured that you'd pop in and say hi. How are you? How was stream yesterday? I hope it went well. Ink. There we are. All done. Magora, tackle pounds. Hey, here we go. I'm ready. I was born ready. I'm ready. The prompt fits the rain sound so well. Oh my goodness, what is it? Let me alter the text. Today's prompt is, drumroll please. Not sure if you can hear that or it's going to tune it out with background noise. Storm! Hey! Beautiful. I don't know what this is. Sorry, my thing's going a bit weird. There we go. Prompt storm. Beautiful. That does fit the rain really well. Pale, get your butt in here! This one as you requested. Oh yeah, he wanted to do a storm aboard a pirate ship, didn't he? I remember. Stream went well, but a new follower with a great name, passive_farts was their name. I was going to stream tonight, but I'm too tired and I could do with listening to your dulcet tones. Well, I'm here for that. I'm glad it went well. I really am. I really, really am. Okay. Storm. Rain. Thunderstorm. Rain, thunderstorm, hail. What else does that bring? Lightning. Thunder. There's the proverbial storm. And then I need a setting. I'm actually feeling quite cozy right now, so I might write it from the perspective of somebody sort of snuggled up and happy. Watching the storm. How are you doing, by the way? Much better than yesterday. So OCD episodes happen. I've managed to really whittle it down, and pure OCD episodes without any other form of trigger happen about once every 2 months, and this was just that. It was a pure OCD episode. It wasn't anything else playing up. It wasn't depression. It wasn't generalized anxiety. It was just pure OCD. And they happen, and they're annoying, but I'm getting used to not feeling guilty. Or I do feel guilty, let's say if I were to snap or shout at someone in the middle of an episode. I feel guilty about that, but I don't feel guilty about being symptomatic anymore. Because there is a diagnosed issue with my brain. I have OCD. And if I had a diagnosed issue with my liver or my kidney, I wouldn't feel guilty for having symptoms. But because it's in my brain, I feel awful about having symptoms. So I've had a bit of a talking to myself and been sort of like, you're diagnosed, you're going to be symptomatic, and it's going to happen every now and then. The fact that you managed to get that symptom down to once every 2 months is pretty good. But it was a big one. I ended up having to strip and change my bed and deep clean my entire room, which happens. It was stressful. The room needed it though, so it was kind of good in the end. I have a lovely fresh room to sit in, a lovely fresh bed to sleep in. So I'm alright. It had some bright sides in the end. Lightning, thunder, snowstorm. Yeah, so it doesn't just have to be rain. I'm going to write snow on this side. I like that. Thank you, Christian. Bon sour, Bexy. Oh, I've been there now. Oh, for real. And I got this, referral now. I can't show you guys, any of it based on, because it's got a lot of personal information in it. But I finally got a referral to the Complex Needs Service in the Shires. The Complex Needs Service, which is to treat me for symptoms outside of plain OCD, which is really nice. Finally got that through the post today. So it's nice to have that episode and feel awful, but then get a letter the next day saying, the referral's happened, you are being supported, so it's quite nice. You have others to lean on. I make a great leaning post, just FYI. Thank you, Jinx. I appreciate that a lot. Volcanic storm. Ooh, yes. A sandstorm. Oh, these are great ideas. Literally went into a cleaning spree yesterday. The motivation just popped into my head. Well, here's the thing. It was started by this, you know, horrible hyperventilating feeling of being contaminated, OCD. And then I was halfway through the sort of the frantic, stressful cleaning where I was like, actually, it's quite nice to have a clean room. So I carried on calmly afterwards and did everything up. And I'm going to get myself some new pillows. All my pillows were surprisingly yellow, and that upset me a bit. I was like, ew. So I'm going to get myself some new pillows. How often should a person replace their pillows? Because they're 2.5 years old? Storm in the brain. And that's why I went for the proverbial. A brainstorm, yeah. Brainstorm, love it. Get ready for new brainstorm. This is a brainstorm, I guess. These are brilliant ideas. Earthquakes. Snow. I just smudged my earthquakes. Snow would be very, what are they called? Snowbanks. Or no, snow drifts. Oh no, I don't want to know the answer to the pillow question. Well, you know what? I felt them. I was like, not only are they yellow, but they're also really lumpy and horrible. And I was like, these are going in the bin. I don't classify myself as a particularly wasteful person. Cosmo's got 3 of my old pillows. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself some new pillows when I get some money. Because pillows are surprisingly expensive when you want to get some good ones. I'm just gonna get some... I forget the company name, but you know the one with the hippo on the front, wearing pyjamas. Those are the ones I've always got. Gonna get some of them. Tropical storm tornadoes. Brilliant. Tropica. Hurricane, yes. Is a hurricane a tropical storm? I believe it is. I can't remember the last time I watched a storm. The last time was very, the last time we had a piece of thunder and lightning was literally one piece of thunder and lightning that came over us, and Cosmo ran up the stairs, bless him. He was very skilled. No idea, we don't have them here, thank God. Yeah, I'm very grateful we don't live in a place with tropical storms, just based on the English mindset as well. Because I don't think we'd respond very well. Proverbial storm. What was a storm? Energy. Emotional storm, energy. I'm gonna put upset. Bring this out a bit. I'm gonna put hurricane and tropical. That might not be strictly true according to meteorology, but we've got it on the page. Volcanic ash. That's what the initial wave of dust and ash that spruced more volcanoes after it erupted. Phenomenon is known to turn people into stone. Oh yeah, like Pompeii. Like Pompeii. There's another grade of tropical storm. Typhoon, indeed. Typhoon. Typhoon. Is a typhoon this is an incredibly uneducated question, but is a typhoon wetter than a hurricane? Polyclastic cloud, I believe that's the name for it. Polyclastic. I think that sounds good. Many. That means many burn cloud, right? In Latin. I don't pretend to know very much Latin. Pyroclastic. Pyroclastic surge. Pyroclastic cloud. What's clastic mean? That's what I want to know. Tropical cyclone, I believe. Circular storm. Ah, look at you guys. You know your storms. The word pyroclast is derived from the Greek term meaning fire broken in pieces. Many fire cloud is what it means. Pyroclastic flows that contain a much higher proportion of gas and rock are known as fully dilute pyroclastic density currents. Lower density sometimes allows them to flow over higher topographic features or water. So technically it wouldn't be called a cloud, it would be called a lower density pyroclastic flow, but we're going to call it a cloud. I make the rules here. I kind of do because I'm a dino nerd, I bet. Typhoons in the southern hemisphere twist the other way around. Ooh, I might write that down. We had a tornado in the UK. Did we, Bexy? Not outside my door. Thank God for that. Didn't know it was such a danger, for real. Hurricanes and typhoons are usually specific to certain parts of the world. Typhoons are usually a thing in very humid areas such as Indonesia and such places. Maybe that's why they're always depicted as being a little bit like wetter. When I hear hurricane, I think winds. When I hear typhoon, I think rain. Keep smudging things. In the storm. Do I want to be inside, outside, in the storm, looking at the storm? What do I want to be? No visibility. And abrasive. You know, you get caught in like a sandstorm. Not that I've ever been caught in a sandstorm, but you like get sanded down yourself. Do you know what I might do? Ooh, I had a scene in ooh, you guys have just thrown me back into a story that I haven't thought about in months. In Aggie and I, the story about the dinosaur boy, not the dinosaur boy, the dragon boy. He gets caught in a sandstorm in his first night out in the desert with Aggie. And this is after he gets his scales. I might write that. Should have made my stream persona a dinosaur man. Oh, you should have! Incredible winds, don't forget that. This is true. This is true. I loved that story. I always meant to continue it. I have an ending in mind as well. I planned it all out and I just never wrote it. Right, there's our brainstorm. Emphasis on the storm. Eye of the storm, yeah. I'm going to put that in proverbial, actually. You liked Aggie and I liked Aggie and I enjoyed writing it. Let me go back to it. Stories. Published. When did I publish it? Please don't say it a year ago. It can't be that long. Oh, I just got to a year ago and I haven't seen it yet. Aggie and I, a year ago. Yeah, it's a year ago. Oh my goodness. I really loved it. Good. That's one impressive map, milady. Thank you, Lady Magora. It's an honour to be called milady by you. Also, I think my Vocal Plus subscription has run out, which is fine. I might go without it for a bit, to be honest. I haven't done a huge amount of stuff on Vocal. It might be nice just to have 6 months without it. Should have been J-Rex, Jinxosaurus Rex, Biggest Boyus. Latin Biggest Boyus. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I like that thought. Let's continue Aggie and I. Okay, so I need to get... because I never kept notes on this, I just wrote it. So I need the main character's name. I know Aggie is the name of the dragon, but she's actually called Agni. I remember that. Let me pop this up for you while I read through it. Otherwise, you're just gonna be staring at a blank sheet of paper for a while. Oh Jesus, you can see all my tabs. Don't look at my tabs. Half of them will be fanfiction. Can I cut that at the sides, please? Chrome? Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Okay, sweet. Now you can see what I'm reading through. Hey, add that quote. 137. Oh my goodness, Jinx. I'm a lurk now trying to piece these two puzzle pieces of this chapter together. I'm about to do that, Lady Magora, in my personal project. I'm about to merge 2 chapters together, and it is hell, and I am rooting for you. Must have been the wind. Newt stealth. That's pretty good with the storm prompt. I enjoy that your browser looks like mine with all the tabs. I think this is just my vocal window, so it has a lot of stories that I haven't read yet, but there's also TikTok I see up there, which is very telling. It means I got distracted and looked at TikTok, which is fair. So it's written from an eye perspective. There's the guy in the white suit with the round glasses as the villain. I remember him. I was too fast for them. Oh my god, yeah, this was from a prompt. I was supposed to write a story containing the word yam. So I wrote a dragon origin story, a dragon boy origin story. And he steals a crate of yams, and the dragon egg looks like a yam. I remember this! I've got 400 tabs open on my phone browser. Don't mean to brag. I just cleared mine on my phone browser. Let me check. I cleared it yesterday. I've got 10 on the dot open. And 1, 2, 3 of them are fanfiction. I guess that means I spend 30% of my time looking at fanfiction, which is, you know, very telling. How can people have so many tabs open? Very easily. When I'm at 20, I already think that's a lot. So this is just one window. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instances of Chrome open. And in this instance, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 times 5, whatever that is my average. Things I want to keep in my brain and then never look at again. Yeah, we know favourites exists, but we know that favourites is the equivalent to putting something in a drawer and then shutting it. It's not going to exist after I shut it. There's that dugout. He's left home, so I don't think I need to include a bunch of this. Oh god, yeah, his mother gets kidnapped. Oh, his mother's in for a thing, actually. I wrote in my head a whole thing that happens to his mother. Benali is the place. Rookie numbers, Newt. Exactly. I see you, Bexy. Me, you, same. Oh, yes, please, with the cuddle puddle. Hi, Bubba. How you doing? I need some cuddle puddle today. And all good, Bubba. You lurk. You lurk in that cuddle puddle. Yeah, they're smuggling dragon eggs. I'll just put that for the moment because I actually know why they're smuggling dragon eggs, but I don't want to spoil it for you if you enjoyed it. Bexy. The bard and rolls charisma to check for seduction. Mother ends up doing OnlyFans and gets her pancake tits out. No, she's already had her pancake tits out. She was trying to breastfeed her baby. Hey Connor, how you doing? Dahal is the second name. Dragon boy. Oh yeah, there's baby. No, he takes does he take the baby and Mr. Hall, or does he take Mr. Hall and the baby? It's a sister. Baby sister. Connor, Bexy, Connor, Jinx, Donkey. Oh yeah, he wears dancing shoes. He wears Cuban lifts. I don't know why that was important for me to include in the story, but the villain wearing Cuban lifts was important. And he's very musical. All the yams in the world for you, my dear. Arrest her, take the child, yep. Man in the sunglasses, the man in the rubber boots, my mother or my sister. Not even tire tracks to follow. Mother and baby taken. I got a microwave meal from the shop that I was really excited about trying. I put it right in front of the fridge at eye level, so every time I opened the fridge, I saw it. Someone who had no bad intentions placed it at the back of the fridge to put their stuff in. There, yeah, that's it. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, see, it's gone. It doesn't exist. Entirely 2 weeks later, with past the use by date, someone asked me if I wanted to throw it away. I was devastated. That's so true. Object permanence does not exist. Remembered it existed, I would have looked for it, but out of sight, out of mind. It really is out of sight, out of mind with ADHD. And it's heartbreaking when that happens with people as well. I can sometimes forget people exist. And I know that I want to message them, but if they don't message me first, I forget about it. It literally just... it's gone. Milky white dragon. Spike scales are brown. Oh yeah, she's a bit red. She's red with white on the belly. That's what she is. And she speaks, but in his head. smoothed over injury. Over. Bite. Chain. Injury on hand. I don't think I specify which hand, so it should be fine. That's where the scales emerge. Yep. And then he gets completely covered in scales and he sees in a yellow hue now. Exactly the same. It's awful trying to reconnect because I'm sorry I forgot you existed. How do you say that? I'm sorry I forgot you existed. But it's not you, it's me. Right? He's got green scales. Scales. With yellow eyes that see in a yellow hue. In the continuation of this story, I do have an ending in mind. Green scales, yeah, green scales. The rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is a facility. Spoiler alert, the rattlesnake is not a person. The rattlesnake is a facility. They access each other's memories. Got it. Find the man in the sunglasses. Yup. You look great, by the way. Shut up. Banter. I wrote a piece recently. This is part of my private piece. But I had a character. And he grows a mustache. And I didn't have a way to end the scene. So I just had my main character go up to him and be like, dude, I'm really sorry, but the mustache does not look good. And it was like I wasn't writing it. It was like the character had done that herself. It was just like that moment where they start to like banter with themselves. I love it. He has yams on him. Of course he does. Yams for food. Aggie. Aggie's the nickname. Chisholm Brain is acting up. I'm gonna need a minute all day with it. All good, Jinx. You take that minute. We are here. We see you. We love you. BRB in 1 sec. All good, Bexy. Dancing shoes with the sunglasses. Everyone else is in rubber. Tarkhan Industries, that's it. Yeah, there we go, to the rattlesnake. And they're following the tyre tracks. No, they're not. And he has a scarf around his head to disguise the scales. Got it. There we go. Okay, so it ends with him collapsing in the desert. Okay. Let's plan this. I think Agni waits. I still don't have the name of the main character, actually. What is the main character's name? When you write from an I perspective, you don't write the name down so many times. I like this. This is very nice little jazz with rain in the background. Does he have a name? Joe, that's it, Joe. Joe. Yep. Wakes Joe in a panic. There's a sandstorm coming. What do snakes do to protect against sandstorms? Should we ask Google? Should I ask Google on that tab, knowing that my assumed thing is probably going to give more away for me? No, let's do look at a different tab. If I type in what and then it comes up with, what does it mean when somebody says this that I've been Googling at 4 AM? You guys don't need to know that. What do snakes do during sandstorms? Sandstormar. Oh, there isn't actually a lot said about it. They burrow deep in the sand during the day to protect themselves from the heat through the daytime. So what's happened at the end of this thing is Joe has fainted from heat exhaustion. So he gonna need to bury himself for a bit. Back and Tiz and Brain dealt with. All good, Jinx. Well done. It's okay to feel that, and well done for dealing with it. The sandstorm coming. guys to dig a hole for the two of them. I just checked the time, how long we've been on. 40 minutes? No, we've been on for 10. BA, stop it. So the plot point of this sandstorm coming is that it's going to blow away the scent trail that they were following towards the rattlesnake. And they're going to spend a little more time in the desert getting to know Joe's new abilities a bit better. Thanks, been all day with it this week. It has just been rough. Aw, Jinx, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it like a burnout feeling? He's half in, half out of the hole. Because I want him to experience the storm, but not be in, like, a huge amount of pain. I also want it to be that he's had these adaptations, like, so that he can get sand out of his eyes. He can... What's a good sand adaptation? In reptiles. What do they have other than, obviously, their cold-bloodedness? Burrowing, modified appendages, and other strategies. Burrowing, sandfish lizards. Desert snakes burrow deep. Modified appendages, fringe-toed lizard. Wedge-shaped lizards have scaly ear flaps and fine body scales that help them burrow into loose sand. That's so cool! No energy, heavy body, lack of sleep, semi-irritable, patience is failing, and just walking around in a numb autopilot. Oh, Jinx, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that's been happening to you. What's best for you to sort it out? Oh, they steal burrows too from little rodents. Okay. Some can store and recycle their urine for months. Holy moly. The giant Isla San Esteban and spiny chuckwallis on islands in the Gulf of California have a pair of lateral lymph sacs on the sides of their bodies that allow them to store extracellular fluid. Fatty tissue in their tails. Did he grow a tail? Did you grow a tail? Nothing like spontaneous burger ordering. Hell yeah, Bexy, get that burg. Small eyes, narrow heads. Very smooth scales. Adaptations to swimming and breathing in loose sand. Right. That's good to know. He could have smaller eyes. It's alright, Bexy, but thank you. Aw, Jinx, it's okay. You can talk to us. We've got a lot going on at the weekend. We were going to meet at the weekend, but I couldn't get it off work, unfortunately. Some desert adaptations for the first time. What does it sound like in a sandstorm? I'm going to look that up and play it for you. There's sound effects, but... Wow, that is impressive. It does look like it's rising up out of the land. Just busy. But now that's next weekend and we're going to be there. Though, did you hear about Bestie and her foot? It's quick too. A sandstorm is quick. Let's just look up. There's so many AI videos. I actually feel like the internet is now about 25% AI. It goes very dark. Look at this. Okay. Sorry, let me just get the page up. This is one in Australia, recorded from someone's like Ring camera. Look at this. Look. It gets very dark very quick. I think this is sped up, mind you. But look. Look how dark that is. That's pitch black. I don't know why I always thought there would be a little bit more light. My YouTube recommended. It's all bluey and cats. It shows you who I am. It goes pitch black. That's impressive. I did, ouchie. She went to see the doctor and she went to see the doctor, and well, she ended up seeing two. One was supposed to give her an X-ray, but they couldn't fit her in, I think, or they just couldn't do it that day. And the other one was the consultant, and they were like, whether it's broken or whether it's tendonitis or whatever, the treatment's the same. Rest it. Do not go to work. Guess who went to work today? Billowing clouds. Billowing's a word, isn't it? At the mercy of the moon's cold cloak, I sunk into the ground, engulfed in the desert's parched silence. I was nothing but another grain of sand in the wind. And then, morning next day is when it's going to start. Tuxedo Man came in like a wrecking ball and disrupted my plans. Oh, Mickey! Hey! How you doing? I require help. No, you don't. You require to give him some more pets. Let's make some more notes on sandstorms, because I confess that I don't know them very well. I have never come across one myself. Desert sandstorm facts. They're caused by strong winds that lift dust and sands from dry soil. Causes thunderstorm outflows. Interesting. Pressure gradients. Climate change, deforestation, land degradation, unsustainable land management and water mismanagement, naturally. Oh, they're actually called dust storms. Sandstorms and dust storms, okay. Also called a sandstorm, okay. A meteorological phenomenon common in arid and semi-arid regions. Dust storms arise when a gust front or other strong wind blows loose sand and dirt from a dry surface. Fine particles are transported by saltation and suspension, a process that moves soil from one place and deposits it in another. The term sandstorm is used most often in the context of desert dust storms, especially in the Sahara Desert, or places where the sand is more prevalent soil type than dirt or rock. Cool, you're telling me that cool, alright. Sunstorm, heightened chance of seeing the northern lights, more powerful too. Yes, Lady Mulgora, that is a gorgeous idea. Hey Pale, how you doing? How's it? That's interesting. It's propelled by vibration. It started by wind, but kept going by vibration.
Monkey.
Hi! Thank you for those biddies, Pale. And thank you for the monkey. Newts, I realised there's something I forgot to do. What did you forget to do? May be lifted as high as 6,000 meters or 20,000 feet. I get it. Thank you for your blurb. Weather is still broke, so I'm wrapped up all nice and tight. Good Pale, you should be. I don't think it's too cold tonight, but it is England. Dust storms carry large amounts of dust. Sahara Desert is a key source. Got it. Oh wow! Dust storms have also been shown to increase the spread of disease across the globe. Bacteria and fungus spores in the ground are blown into the atmosphere and breathed in. That's insane! This one is for you. Get riding! Yeah, this is one of your prompts, Pale. Storm. Back to my parents' house today, so they have heating. Hey! Love the way you moved your brother. One room warm, which I can do. Brilliant. Well done. Short-term effects of exposure to dust include immediate increased symptoms of worsening of lung function. Symptoms he's going to experience. He's going to cough. No visibility. Long transported dust storm particles adversely affects the circulatory system. I'm gonna put fast heart rate. Prolonged and unprotected exposure to the respiratory system in a dust storm can cause silicosis. What the hell is silicosis? Huh. Form of occupational lung disease caused by the inhalation of crystalline silica dust. Incurable condition. Wow. There is also the danger of, here we go, this is a big word, keratoconjunctivitis sicca. Also known as dry eyes. Well, I know what I'm calling it by. Lexi. Also, Magora, I have that. Hey, do you actually? You have dry eyes. Medical bingo. Do you have to have those? Because I gave myself episcleritis when I was studying, and I had to have these extra thick eye drops. Do you have it? Do you have those? Because they're hell. I hate them. Dust can also have beneficial effects where it deposits. Large quantities of mineral nutrients. Oh, that's cool. On Mars? I don't really need to know about Mars. Sandstorm footage. Let's look it up again. Because you never know if it's sped up or not. I might deafen you all. Oh no, it's come on mute. Brilliant. I'd say that's fairly fast. Do fuck all about it, because man... Get yourself some plain thickened eye drops. It did improve my symptoms. They're just hell to put in. That's fast. Look at it. That's fast. That comes in quick. And it's moving. It's all moving at one speed, like a big mass. All right, there we are. Back again. Oh, where did my vocal thing go? Oh, because I closed the window. Whoops. Sorry. Here you go. That's fast. That comes in quick. Yeah, it does. 138. We're approaching 150 on the quotes. Okay. So, it needs to be from an I perspective. I am Joe. Joe is me. I am Joe. Start with dialogue. I think Aggie has woken him up once before. Maybe I could mimic that. Hi! Oh, I just woke him up with a hi. Hey! Aggie's just thrilled to have someone to speak to after so many years. Do I address her as Aggie, or do I address her as Agni? Agni shouted back, okay. And is she speaking? Or is she speaking in my brain? I think she's just speaking. Oh, this is Fly Me to the Moon in piano. You hear that? Just talking. I put my characters through a lot, don't I? He's just a baby. Need a shower now, he's been fed, and then it's time for gaming. Healed my tism. Absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely. I genuinely believe that, that gaming has a place for neurodivergent people. I feel like Minecraft has proven that. but I feel like in neurodiverse overwhelm, when you need to focus on something, but you want it to be something that doesn't involve a lot of physical moving or a lot of... You need mental stimulation without physical stimulation, right? Because your body's exhausted, but you still need stimulation. Gaming, man. Him suddenly from our lookout, a storm on the horizon. The sky turned from blue to grey to black. Ooh, the flashes in the horizon signaling a maelstrom approaching our ship. What I have so far. And I love it, and I want to read more. Yes, please, Pale. And they're going to get to port fast. We won't survive out here. And then, like, have, like... Yeah, because it's all confusion on a pirate ship, isn't it? Do you have the sails down when there's a storm? You have to go somewhere. Oh, look at this. Hi, Vix. Aw, thank you so much. Welty, welty, welty. I came for the newt, stayed for the bonk. Yeah, you did. Bonk party, please. Thank you so much. Bonk party in the chat. Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm just getting a knock at the door. I'll be right back. And I am back. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Vix. That is incredibly kind, and it's lovely to see you here. Are you going to be getting involved in our writings? You write, don't you, Vix? You're a writer. Welcome back. I just had a brief conversation. Joe Cruz. Notes, Vix! Currently plotting out an actual book, like a book. Vix, let's go! I am excited. I'm excited for you. Oh my goodness. First time in a while that I've had any form of inspiration. I am so proud of you. Can I recommend something to you, Vix? I've been using Pacemaker Press, pacemaker.press, to track my word count on my big project. I don't know if you go by words, but I've been doing that, and it gives you like I'm on a 4-day streak. I've only just started. I'm doing 500 words a day, and I'm aiming for 25,000 words by the 30th of the 3rd, and it tells you like your time frame for doing that. It's pretty good. There is a storm brewing. Yes, there is, Johnny. How are you? I'm writing for the when I. The events of the previous day flashed across my mind. I've been writing in third person for too long. Can you say the name of that again? Yes. Pacemaker.press. Yeah, that's it, Vix. First day of a new job. How did it go, Johnny? What are you doing? That's such a great way to do it. It's really nice just to have, like, I know what percentage I am through my goal. I'm doing 3 runs of 25,000 words to break it up into thirds, because the I never know how much to tell you. One day I've got to tell you all that's going on if I'm ever going to publish the darn book, but it's very precious to me and I keep it very close to my heart. But it's split into 3 different sections where the main character is living their normal life for the first third, they're living their new life for the second third, and then they change sides in the third third. So I've split it into 3s. And I've called... Everyone has an A plot, a B plot, and a C plot. And there's A1, A2, A3 for part 1, 2, and 3 of the book, which runs along with B2, B3, and then C3. It goes on like that. My notes for this are extensive. Does it contain any smut? No, it's not. It's young adult, so there's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of romance, and I feel like you're gonna ship. You're gonna ship the romance. No Hedwig smut? I know. I know. I quit. I quit. I renounce my subscription. Get out of here. I don't want to see you again. 2.5 either way. Nice! Hopefully just today and tomorrow. It's half term and then a different place. Got to live agency. Nice, Johnny. Well done. You should be proud of that. And what was the name of the sister? I remember the name of the sister, the baby sister. Sister. I'll just have to put my sister. How does one take their 14 months of support back? I'll have to pry it from my cold dead hands. And back and did a second. I thought you said bromance. There is a bit of bromance in it, actually. There's a little bit of a bromance between a character that's very much morally on the good side and the character that's morally on the bad side. But they have a bit of a bromance because they don't see the either person as a threat. There's such a clear power imbalance in between them that they can have a bit of a repertoire. Yes, please, Vix. I would love a blurb. Called the sticky fella. I can't. I'm dead. I'm sorry. Is Bexy telling you about it right now? Vix, don't read it. Don't read it. It's not my finest work. I was like 11. I'm actually going to call her Aggie here. Bexy's spilling all your filthy secrets. Listen, if she knew all of them, she wouldn't be here. 11? That makes it worse. I don't know all the characters. We were going to do a follow-up with Filch and Umbridge, right? Filch and Umbridge are getting it on, right? And there's shackles. It's in, like, Filch's prison. And then Mrs. Norris is eavesdropping, and Minerva McGonagall in cat form has a lesbian romance with Mrs. Norris. That was going to be the follow-up, and we never fucking wrote it. She forgot Alice. That's the biggest inconsistency in there. Now, what was funny is that we did the biological inconsistencies for a laugh, but we actually genuinely forgot an owl could fly. You know what Harry Potter is missing? Owl smut. And I stand fucking by that. Fuck the realism. I know a good number. Oh yeah, Jinx. You deny being a furry. Mm-hmm. Look, there might be some animal things in this other story that I'm writing, and it's fine. I can't. Though in this case, more feathery. I mean, Newt is a feathery component. I'd like to fly. I know a great many things about you. Yeah, you do, Jinx. You know too much for me to let you go now. I can't let you go. I'm actually going to put tearing my eyes open. Tear my eyes open quickly. "11-year-old Newt, don't you add my 11-year-old self to this quote thing." 139, of course it is. Hi, Kay-Zena, how are you? Oh, it's so lovely to see you. You have come in at the wrong point. For those of you who don't know, Kay-Zena, correct me if I'm wrong, is a wonderful streamer who was I spent my Tuesday with this week. She was designing anthropomorphic bird characters and writing them cultures, and it was so cool. Oh, I never checked your pronouns. What are your pronouns? And it was awesome, and I invited Lady Magora there, and we just hung out. Would definitely recommend Kay-Zena. Then forget you can fly and fall out of a window. For real. Sometimes you do. I go by he. It was great to hang out. No worries, Zena, I will remember. It was great to hang out with him, and it was just wonderful to feel like I was in this little bubble. This little creative bubble with Kay-Zena for a bit. Yeah, shout out. Oh, I don't know how to do that. One of the mods has done that. Damn spelling. It's alright. Wait, wrong one. I just read the sticky bit. No, Vix, don't read it. Don't read it. Look, Zena, they found my 11-year-old fanfiction. Help me. My actions have caught up. Help me. I can't delete it. We used my friend's email, and I don't talk to the friend anymore. How am I supposed to do that? To talk to them however many years later and be like, hey, could you take down that? Pretty certain I'd be a scaly. Yeah, you would. I think you'd be a tawny owl. Horace. Eyes emoji. I'm beyond horrified. Can confirm I shared it with Vix. Oh god, it's spreading. Hi Wordforge, how are you? What's being written? Not a lot. I'm doing a continuation of a story that I published over a year ago. Because the prompt was storm, and we were looking at the different types of storm, and I remembered I left a work in progress with a character in a desert. So he's going to wake up to a sandstorm. Steadily. There was a line in Newt's 11-year-old self yeeted herself. It was just fun. I remember writing it. We were eating Subway sandwiches. It was a vibe. I had a Subway cookie for the first time. I was elated. I was living my best life. Not on the OneDrive! Oh god! You wait until someone linked Kaitana, they need to know. No, they do not! No, he does not! Oh boy, panic! Panic! We keep him away from this! He's my new friend! He doesn't need to know me that well. Subway cookie, the only logical step is owl smut. We were in Catholic school. There was a lot going on, alright? Maybe he does want to be scarred for life. Maybe. Am I drawing an owl next week? Yes. I mean, is there a limit to the species of bird people you're drawing? Because I'd love a little owl culture. Oh my god, they could do like nightclubs. Because they're owls. Definitely paints a picture. Fountain pen, at least from what the tip looked like. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I got this not because I like fountain pens, but because I like reusable pens. This pen I've been using for 7 years. Possibly 8. Just with a refillable cartridge. And it saved me so much money on pens. Next payday, gonna get some other with ink called Blood of Writers. Ooh, may I recommend #NotSpawn Waterman inks. They're very good. This was £12 for this pot, and 7 years later, it's still going strong, and I've got about half of it left. Definitely recommend. Twit woo. The trauma from reading, for real. Dude, yes, we have to do this. Yes! I was feeling really inspired in your stream, thinking about the culture that they would have based on their natural adaptations. Like, I don't know, I love the thought that, like the hummingbirds, they wouldn't land, they would stay afloat, and so you'd have doors in the tops of things. Like, that was just so cool. You have such good ideas. Get a hand-signed photograph. You do? I need to stop spending. Stop spending on Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has enough of your money, Connor. I can tell you that now. I wonder what Hedwig and Vernon Dursley doing it might look like. Think no more. If you never had an intrusive thought about Vernon Dursley and Hedwig, look no further. Hey IG, how you doing? Encre Noir de Séché, is that what it says? Oh, intense black ink. Huh. Waterman Paris. For some reason I thought it was English because Waterman sounds very English. Amazing jumping around ideas with you. Oh, thank you, Kzena. That's so nice. Have I used the word frantic yet? No, not yet. I'm sick. Oh, IG, I'm sorry to hear that. What is it, a cold? But still alive. Well, I am glad to hear that as well. No. Yeah, I totally need to stop, Connor. Lady Gaga is going to be swimming in your money. This fic is like a car crash, horrifying, but for the life of me, I can't look away. Horrifying, but I have to reach the end. I have to. Wait, speaking of characters and such, I think you know what I'm going to say. Please continue. Did I describe her front paws as hands? Where do I have the first description of Aggie? Here we go. Scales, milky white. It had a long tail ending in red and spikes. 4 legs, shaped like paws at the back and hands at the front. Clawed. I could use hand-like, I suppose. I've read it through twice now. Why? Why put yourself through it twice? Is sesh a type of fish? No, I don't know what sesh means. Seshe. Vix is now obsessed. I have another fan! So many years later. I'm absolutely fucked when the tour tickets come out. Aren't the tour tickets done on a lottery? No, that might be something else that I was looking at. Are they first come, first serve? The book I'm working with you and my buddy. Hey, look, he hasn't posted either. I have a character in mind, and it's a bit of a recycled character from a Minecraft thing. I don't blame her, it could be a book. Hey, I have the flu. Oh, IG, I'm so sorry. Because he's jealous that he bunked Vernon and I. Harry knows. Harry sees what's going on. And he's just trying to take his letters and hope they're not too sticky. That's all that he's hoping for. Front. Hand-like, I'm gonna put... It's a bit shoehorned in. Tearing my eyes open quickly, I saw Agni in a complete panic. She was frantically scratching at the desert sands with her front hand-like paws. Scoring gouges out of sandbank? How have I described where he fell asleep? I didn't. I was just out of the... What are they called? Sand dune. Bruh. Not for Gaga, it's Ticketmaster. Okay. I thought it was like a lottery for some reason. I thought the more popular something got, the more likely it was to be a lottery. I'm looking at the snow and goes, wow, they must be fucking... Look, he is aware. The only logical conclusion. It is. About it like it's a regular thing. Look, it's not the first time he's caught them. Do you expect to be jealous over it like McGonagall or Nearly Headless Nick? Nearly Headless Nick is an untapped resource. I didn't even think about ghost sex. Doing the dirty falling out the window and fell into the snow. Can't even think of the amount of times that my partner has chucked me out of the window and I've just fallen to the ground. Oh boy. That's my evening plans sorted. Look, no one else is going to write it. The hole? No, hole. Swipe of her paws. Loose. Sand does not have a H. Sand. Load. Oh god. Pale, why is that a quote? 140 goes to that? Okay. Thank you, Pale. then stop stuffing that L. You have me after all. I think that Mrs. Dursley, I think that Petunia, not only is the actress a lesbian, but I get gay vibes from Petunia. Right? She's just tolerating the boys. I told you to pluck that out. No, not grammatically perfect, mature piece of writing, and on the whole database I found the one with the spelling error in the title when I knew it was yours. Tell me, apart from the title, that it doesn't have good grammar. It has brilliant grammar. Ooh, pale. Brilliant. So far, the warning came suddenly from our lookout. A storm on the horizon. The sky turned from blue to grey to black. The flashes in the darkness signalling the maelstrom approaching our ship. The icy wind whipping the tips of the waves into a frothing, roiling mass. Ooh, pale. As the rumble of thunder washed over us. The rain started falling heavy and fast, pummeling the deck in sheets, adding to the cacophony. Your descriptive language is phenomenal. Through the wind and thunder, Kelly... Ooh, Kelly. Kelly's voice carried, "Reef the sails and heave to." Oh, Kelly, shout at me, please. Why do I have a thing for your fictional character? I looked at the storm and realised that Kelly had underestimated the magnitude of it. "Belay that order," I yelled. How dare you undermine Kelly like that? My voice barely making it over the rising storm. "Stow the sails. We will run with bare poles. Helm, steer us astern to the wind. We have to escape the storm." Phenomenal, Pale. Your descriptive language is actually amazing. Rip Kelly. Pale may have written a few aspects of Kelly for me. Wasn't concentrating too much on the grammar, more on the content. Great writing, right, Xena? Turn to look at me with white eyes. Blushes, right? Barely write a character and she is becoming a white. I was like, Pale was like, I have this concept for a character. She's a very assertive, dominant pirate. And I was like, yoink. She's mine. Gimme. I suggest submitting it to a creative writing competition. Abso-friggin-lutely, Pale. I was looking up writing competitions recently. There's not a lot of them that are free. It looks like the more prestigious, the more you pay to enter, obviously. But there are a few that I've considered entering in the last few weeks that I was thinking about. I don't know. It might be nice to get a name out there under my real name. Impressive skill, knowing your audience, great idea. Oof, man. Let me find 2 sentences that get a hook. Look. She's mine, okay? She's mine. Any woman who... I am not like that with any... I'm like that asterisk. I'm like that with any asterisk assertive woman. Sticky Feather being submitted. Oh, were you? I thought you were referring to Pale submitting his. I was going to say, abso-friggin-lutely you should. Absolutely not. Sticky Feather is staying on fanfiction.net where it belongs. Oh, veteran of this place. Oh yeah, definitely weaved in and out of the crowd, a list in hand, meeting with vendors, brokering deals and handshaking. She can shake my hand any day. She knew most of the stall owners. Look, she's social, she's assertive. Oh, she's mine. She's my wife. True master of the deal. Dude, Kelly's gonna get drowned in the sea. Dana, no! Don't do this to me. My god, Sticky Feather for shits and giggles. There's no doubt about that. It is creative writing that they're asking for. And your hand should be shaking. It's the only way, dude. I already have the end. Pale! Don't tell me, I want to read it. Should I read the Sticky Feather using the voice? It does not need an audiobook version, but please do. Do you, though? Well, I mean, does she survive? Does she live? Are you going to kill her off? If you kill her off, I might cry. I might cry pale. Who's messaging me? Who wants me? Who wants me right now? Oh, it's Bestie. Hang on, let me text Bestie back. Bestie's got a broken foot. She went to work. We love Bestie, but rest your fucking foot, you idiot. You absolute melon. Why is she going against 2 doctor's orders? Oh, I went to get a drink and I knocked 3 too. Hang on! Welcome to the chaos, by the way, Zena. Someone clip when I read it. Oh, you're gonna read it live on stream? Oh, God. Don't spoil it, we need tears down the line. Want to read? Let me know that there's a voice you want me to read it in. You should do audiobooks, Jinx. Jesus, Bestie, go and rest your foot. The thing is, the doctor was just like, I think because the doctor was like, we're going to send you for an x-ray, but we can't do it. Bestie heard that as it's not an emergency, but she's still referred for an emergency x-ray. It's just not a life-threatening emergency. Chaos, as it should be. As we are, as it should be. I've used fix my eyes and fix her eyes in the same thing. I need to redo that, but second draft is for a reason. It's not really lumbering. A great mass of sand moving smooth towards us. Passive underscore fart says I should do voice acting, so I want to. Do it! You really should, Jigs. I'm either going to kill her. No, Pale. No, my wife. Turn her into a guard, have her taken prisoner, or she sailed away into the sunset with her slave, I mean crewmate. Me? You mean me? One of those options is true, the other 3 I made up. Okay. Turn her into a guard seems very specific. It might be that one. Hopefully that's something we can cover next weekend, Nudes. I'd like to. I've actually got a little bit of a plan. I'm going to record a voice-over demo. I don't think I'm much of a voice actor, but I can read stories very well. And maybe I could read some people's audiobooks or make audio of that, and I can find that quite good. I'm going to do a demo. You just do 2 minutes where you record some things. I found a website where it gives you things to record. It's pretty cool. Banali had sandstorms intermittently. Yet each one brought darkness and destruction to his town. Not his town, to my town. My hometown. You do have a very clear voice, so it could work out. Thank you, Xena. I do little story times. Well, the most recent one was last week. But I read stories at the library that I work at. And it's great fun. Once I get going and once I get in the swing of it and I'm stopped thinking about actually reading it and I'm just reading it out loud and I'm doing all the voices, once I'm into it, I can sound alright. Do I go for the smut option? I mean... BRB grabbing the burgers. Enjoy, Bexy. Oh, sweet. That's cool. Thank you, Zaina. It's really nice to have that classic... It's not just a library, but there's somebody reading in the back of the library. Like, that's so nice. Ambience-wise. Because I've been both the reader and the person listening. And ambience-wise, it's really nice. What was all the prompts we've had so far? Ooh, that was a great question. We have had... Market, snake, fireworks, fawn, and one other that I can't remember. Which library was that again? Oh yeah, Vix, you gonna show up? You'll have to come find me. Direction to my home. The site of the sight of orange billowing clouds sent via down my spine and into my limbs. I jumped up. I'm gonna put quickly. I can always look up other words in the thesaurus after this. This is a first draft. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be written. Because you can edit a first draft, but you can't edit nothing. Down a pirate ship, yep. Fawn, fireworks, forest, market, snake. Is that all we've done? I think so. Because we also did another stream, a 7th stream, which was all of the prompts from the previous month. So this month we've done fawn and storm. Yeah, because there's only been 2 Thursdays. Yeah. Fawn, storm, yeah. I should write them down, really. The Lady of the Wheel has them. Pretty certain we could find you. True. It's a story time without a librarian event. No, it's just a story time. Thank you very much. The librarian, the quality of the librarian is in the eye of the beholder. I asked... but worriedly. I have 4 work in progresses at the moment. Oh my goodness, Pale. I don't count my short stories as work in progresses, but if I were to count them, I would say I've definitely got above 10. As I said, hot librarian. Oh yeah? I've heard of that library, didn't know it was you. Say no. You gotta take us to the hot library at some point. I wanna know. Actually, no, I'm going to save that line of dialogue for later. Work in progress means I'm not happy with it or I've barely started. Okay, sorry, I got another text from Bestie. Oh, Bestie, what are you doing? She's apparently spent her whole shift bubble wrapping surgical tools. I don't know, she's a vet nurse. Gonna have to do something. How do I start this? Springing into action? Leaping into action? Leaping into action. I'm not against generic phrases. They're generic for a reason. Knelt. We'll have a lot of strong ladies dress up in pirate outfits and go to every library in the country and announce their name as Kelly. You'll be found in seconds, I'm sure. You don't know how quick, Zaina, I would come out and tackle them. Kelly! My wife! Make sure they look like Hannah Waddingham too. Hannah Waddingham in that Christmas red dress. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to say. I haven't even watched the programme. As it should be. As all should be. God, I love Hannah Waddingham. God, I love her. Scooped. I would call that a double handful, but I realise that's not a phrase. I scooped palmfuls. How would you describe that? Cameo, still I would have got an amazing birthday present for you. I would have passed out. I would have passed out. It is a phrase, what? Double handfuls? Scooped sand aside with using my hands. I scooped sand aside with fervor using my... I've used hands too many times. It's a first draft though. Pressed together as a couple. I feel like that gets the image. That gets the image. He's using his palms pressed together as a shuffle. Just dig as quickly as possible. Had replaced my nails. Crunch to grapes. They helped to cut Finally sorted out claiming back that invoice. Adulting is exhausting. Oh, jinx, I didn't know you had an invoice problem. Adulting is exhausting. What's worse than an unexpected invoice as well? I had 2 of those last month. which was why I'm a skint this month. I'm already in my overdraft. Oof, paperwork. Oof, paperwork. Not the fun kind, full of fictional stories. I love paper. I love working on paper, but not paperwork. So then we dug in earnest. I feel like in earnest is an overused phrase. I feel like it's correctly used here. Hang on. To do something in earnest. Seriously. Began to dig seriously is what I'm saying. Yeah. Forgive me, I've got to restart the music. I'm gonna run out of music. Funny paper worked for us, right? Kind of selfish. Animated paper creature friends. Ah! That would be so cute, Zaina. I love that. Perk at work so we can claim back prescriptions, opticians, chiropractor and stuff like that. Oh, brilliant. Super helpful. But the old one was better, right. So it's... You wouldn't call that private healthcare, but it is... You would claim back prescriptions, opticians and chiropractor. Stuff outside of the NHS, right? So it's private outside of the NHS. Got it. I put clawing again. I've used the word claw here and here, which I'm gonna have to get rid of. Employees, and we can upgrade it and increase our yearly cap for what we can reclaim. Oh, brilliant, Jinx. I think at our place, but it is a nightmare to use. Oh, God. Hey, they won't want to use it and spend our money if we make it really difficult. Does he still have his scarf? Take that scarf off. I think he still has the scarf, he's just taken it off. When I felt a smattering of small sand grains hit the scales on my head, I quickly, I've used quickly way too many times, wrapped, is it his mother's scarf? Look it up. Some trousers, a large hoodie, and a scarf. So he also has a hood. Actually, he takes off the thing, doesn't he? He takes off the hoodie. No, he doesn't. He's still got the hoodie on. Alright. Sorry. They make you work for those kind of benefits, don't they? I think it is honestly a case of make it harder to use so people are less likely to use it. I don't want to say that it's that nefarious, but I mean, gaming time. Could use some thoughts on what to play though. Cyberpunk? You could grind some Cyberpunk. You could, or if you're in the mood for something calmer, you could hop on the Minecraft server. It literally is though, for real. I am back. Hey Bexy, how you doing? You got the burgers? Unfortunately, I missed an item. Oh, rip. I'm so sorry. Remember when I set this, could I say that it looked like TV static? Would Joe know what a TV is? I feel like TV static is a great way to describe sand sort of coming over. There's trucks. Do I say anything about electricity? No. Power? No. I feel like I wanted to go for like the 20s. I won't put TV static. Welcome back. Loaded fries, they just missed it off entirely. It was a poor Vix. Vix! Vix, no! That sucks. Let me put a full stop there. Sticking our scales and drowning out each other's voices. Okay, so it's sort of starting to blanket stuff right now. Singing our scales and drowning out each other's voices. I want to put like, soon the hole we were digging was filling up with more sand from the sandstorm, so we had no choice but to dive into it despite us half hanging out. No, end of the world! Could be the end of the world for loaded fries. You need some loaded fries, right? Blong! Running out each other's voices. The crouching dust began to block out the morning sun. They were banging loaded fries too with the works. Ooh, what did they have? Or what would they have had they have been delivered? Crouching dust began to block out the morning sun. Plunging. Plunging Agni and I into darkness. Near darkness. Because they still need to see that the hole is filling up just a bit. Cheese, cheese sauce, ranch. Ooh, that's quite American actually. That's like Americanized. They cheesy chips. I love cheesy chips. Oh, Zaina, you've broken Zaina's heart as well. Zaina wanted to hear about that taste. I've never been into cheesy chips. Controversial opinion. I like chips with a good layer of salt, but that's it. What else? But they would have been packed. Man, sad. I'ma cry. What? How could you? I'm sorry. I just don't like cheesy chips. You know when people get cheese, chips and beans? Hate it. Never understood it. Never gotten that. I will get plain chips. But if it's a jacket potato, cheese. I can actually eat it. Most have dairy. Oh, nice, Betsy. I cannot. Right now. I'm sorry. I've broken Xena's heart. Cheesy chips and bacon. Salt, chips, salt, pepper, and either lemon juice or... Okay, can we go after Pale putting lemon juice on his chips instead? Blossoming friendship is so over right now. Zayna, no, come back. Dude, come back. There's no ranch equals sad times. Fine, lemon is bad. Thank you. Go after Pale. Witch hunt Pale instead. I'm also not a fan of cheesy chips. Yeah, see, go after Bexy. I'm gonna put frantic again. I keep missing out letters today. Felt how my hands were filling with sand not from our dig. Lemon on chips, exactly. Get out. Evil behavior in chat right now. Look, if it's fish, the lemon juice goes all over the fish and chips, else gravy. But I would take the fish from the chips. If this be the fish and chips, and they sort of do that thing where they put the fish on top of the chips like that, that comes off. We put it on a separate plate. We lemon. We salt. Nuke's so real right now. Thank you. Replacing vinegar, yeah, it works. I suppose it's both acidic. This is coming from the perspective of someone who's never tried it, so I'm naysaying before I've tried it. I'll give it a try next time I get some. Actually, I had some with Bestie about 3 weeks ago. Man, I miss takeaways. My stomach just can't do it anymore. Hopefully my stomach will come back at some point when the PCOS isn't so bad. Speaking of which, I think I've got another cyst. Your girl's getting hairy on her chin. Love it all in one, too much washing up to move the fish. Fair, Pale. Fair. Left it any longer. The if we left it any longer, the hull would fill up with new sand from the sandstorm. Or I just skip the fish. Oh, I like the fish. I am a fish girly, to be fair. Lesbianism not... You know, lesbianism aside, I do actually like fish. Badass, grow that shit out, babes. I've got some hairs on my neck. And the last time I had hairs on my neck, it was a week before I had the cyst burst. I'm also feeling a little bit of nausea. I've also got a few other symptoms, like the bloating and the skin changes. And I'm like, please no, not again, please. Oof, Awis, no. Right, Zena? It sucks. But it is what it is. It was something that I knew that I was going through. It took me a while to get diagnosed. It took me a really bad cyst to get diagnosed, but, you know. Without further thought, I grabbed Agni and held her close. Grabbed Agni and held her close. Diving into the impromptu shelter. You know what it is now, and you know when it happens to go to the hospital right away this time? What? Instead of saying I don't want to be a fuss and waiting, how long was it? 3 weeks? 3 weeks and nearly going into sepsis? It was fine. Fine, no worries. I was just a bit dehydrated. It was alright. Didn't nearly die. My skin didn't go yellow. Did I tell you about my skin going yellow? My skin went very yellow at one point. I was not well. No! I like how, I'd say a good third of this stream, a good third of the stream is actually watching the stream. The other third is horniness and smut because you guys are animals. And the other third is worrying about my health. Somebody has to. Lord knows I don't. Rawr, baby. Rawr, Jinx. How you doing? We're talking about the time I went to A&E in a timely fashion and didn't almost put myself in a hospital bed. They didn't keep me as an inpatient, but they did keep me overnight in A&E, and they did keep me for 6 hours in the surgical emergency unit. But I was fine, you know? A lot of fuss over nothing. Animals are you beat? I would never. I'm not furry, but if I was... As they should, bruh. Bruh. It happened in July last year. The whole saga. I actually wrote a story about it if you're interested, Zena. But the whole saga was I've always been suspected to have PCOS. I've had the hormone imbalance for a really long time, for about 4 years. I've always had some weird symptoms. I've ended up being bounced between all sorts of different clinics for lumps and bumps and things that needed to be investigated. And then I collapsed at the gym. And I just assumed it was a weird sort of episode where my heart wasn't keeping up. I was doing squats, that sort of thing. But then I just kept collapsing. And I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And then I had the rest of the day collapsing and having uncontrollable shakes. I ended up having uncontrollable shakes for about a week. Anyway, it was all investigated after the fact. They thought I had gallstones. It was all investigated after the fact. They said there was a cyst on your left ovary, but it is since ruptured. And I looked up various statistics after the fact, and when I had gone to A&E for the shaking and the pain, and the feeling like I was going to pass out, I had been dehydrated to a level of 3.3. And people who are hydrated are on the number 1. People who are severely dehydrated are on the number 2. People who go into sepsis go into number 4. And I was on 3.3, so I was right in the middle of severely dehydrated and sepsis. And they didn't tell me this, probably not to panic me. But they just hooked me up to an IV and they kept me overnight, and it was lovely. I had a lovely, lovely doctor. But then I had a lot of adverse effects afterwards. It took me a good few months to recover. I'd say 3 months recovery time. Pick you up, literally bundle you in guard, take you to hospital, I don't want to be a fuss again. I just can't be asked to have it thrown back at me, you know? I await the call. Oof, nice. Oh my, oh wow. Oh yeah, it was a whole saga. And now I'm still I'm under investigation for an autoimmune thing now. I don't technically have a PCOS diagnosis because I did not have many cysts on my ovaries, but I have the hormone imbalance and I seem to be developing cysts on the regular, so we'll see. But there's something still ongoing in my body that I'm having investigated. They're investigating me for POTS, lupus, and psoriasis at the moment. Those are the top three that are on the list. Hopefully you'll find out soon. I would love to find out soon, Sena. I would love to find out soon. Slowly I've clawed back my health from the cyst, and I feel a lot stronger than I did. It's good that you're under investigation, for sure. It's one of those things where it's like, I wasn't listening to my body until it made me listen. You know what I mean? I was just steamrolling it, and if you do that, your body will make you listen. Can I be something ongoing in your body? Hey, Pale. Hey, yo. Put an investigation help quicker. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Because when I was in A&E, it was really weird. They treated me in A&E for dehydration. They then treated me twice in the surgical emergency unit for gallstones. They then treated me for gastroenteritis. They then treated me for acid reflux. And then after the fact, they told me that I'd had a burst cyst. So investigating it, I went through a lot of different things. But the answer was I'd had a burst cyst and it released something, I don't know what, into my body that my body was trying to flush out. And it had triggered some sort of immune response in my guts, which was sexy. It was so rough. It was so rough. I remember laying down in the garden. Cosmo came out to see me. My dog, Cosmo, love him. Oopsie silly body kind of time. No, for real. Drop the ball on that one. I remember laying down in the back garden. And I remember lying on the grass. It was wet. But I didn't care. I just needed to lie down on some grass, you know, when you're feeling really ill. And Cosmo came out with me and he was sat with me. And I was uncontrollably shaking. And I just remember, like, the sky didn't look right. Things didn't look right. It's not that they were warping. It's that they just didn't look right and I didn't feel like I was on Earth. And that was before I went to the surgical emergency unit. And I remember I sat next to someone, I sat next to a lady who was very calmly, very demurely, reading a pamphlet about having gallstones. So she had just had her diagnosis with gallstones, and I was under investigation for gallstones. And I was sat in the corner crying my eyes out, shaking and shaking and shaking, and this lady was just reading about her gallstones. And I remember thinking, I don't think I've got gallstones. It was kind of that moment, and the Olympics was on the TV. I was just like, I don't think I've got gallstones. I think this is something else. Oh, hello. Or was that Wet Kelly? Oh, stop it, Pale. What are you doing to me? I looked at the mast to see Kelly clinging to the rigging. She had slipped when cutting the sail. No, loose, and no one could hear her yells over the storm. Rescue Kelly, please! Rescue my girl, please! But it's definitely made me reconsider my life and the things that I can manage. Not in a sad way. I'm not talking about my limitations by things I can manage, but actually doing things instead of going through things. Doing things with purpose has had me enjoying life a little bit more, which is quite nice. Rip Kelly. No! Does she fall into the sea? Onto the deck? Does she fall into my arms? Onto my face? No, stop. Behave. Pale. She's not dying. I will come to your house. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
I want you to picture that or hear that whenever you're thinking about doing something bad to Kelly. Let me tell you something. Thank you, Jinx, for those biddies. Ever so kind. And thank you for the laugh. Onto your face, Newt. Don't be silly. Look, a face is like a seat. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, stop, behave. I say to myself. Hail. 141. We're getting real close to 150. That's us ganging up on you. No, for real. Newt, go to A&E. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. I don't want to be a bother. Close my eyes before the sand could log there. If I kill Kelly, Newt comes to my house. Wait a minute. Yeet. No, Kelly, no! That's my wife! That is my wife! With a H, wife. That isn't just my wife, that's my wife. I closed my eyes before the sand could clog them. Squeezing them. And then shut tightly. That was Kelly that came into the chat the other stream then. I wish Kelly was real. Aw, Tay just... I love Tay. I'm gonna keep moving in life after health problems. I was essentially my friend's carer for almost a year because of their sudden wisdom teeth problems while at uni. Honestly, don't underestimate wisdom teeth problems. It was, my brother had a lot of problems with his teeth. And yeah, I can see that becoming a care issue for sure. Really puts things into perspective, seeing someone struggle so heavily with their physical health. And it's almost like you see them get knocked back down, but they're trying twice as hard. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. It is like, keep moving, but in a good way. Like, I'm not gonna try and experience as many things as I can. I'm going to try and enjoy as many things as I can, which involves managing my time and my energy levels. And I must eat. I must eat and drink. It's a real issue that is definitely contributing to the severity of the PCOS. I don't eat until about 10 PM every day. And it's really bad. But I'm getting better. I'm getting breakfast. It's either protein or fibre for breakfast. Usually by midday now, so there's something. There's mental I had to sort out and pay for all sorts of dental care things on behalf of them. Oh, Zena, I'm so sorry. Grew up a lot in that year. Oh, I bet. I bet. Having a dependent like that? Oh, yeah. All progress. Exactly, all progress. Thank you for sharing that, Zena. It's, I can see how that is from the caring perspective. How that can impact your life. You know, how that can impact the way you spend your energy. I will come around there and feed you. Hey. I've had my Weetabix today. I ate... What have I eaten today? Sometimes I can't get food into me and I will drink milk. I will drink lacto-free milk. Which is something. It's calories. But it's, What did I eat today? What have I eaten today? I've had some crackers. I've had some Ritz crackers. I've had lots and lots of water. And I've had some cereal. The Weetabix so real. So real. I just have to. Feel much more confident in my abilities in emergencies now, though. Oh, I like that, Zena, though. That gives you a sense of self-confidence. Uh-oh, baby, it's 8 PM, dude. The answer better not be nothing. That's something. It's things. It's things. I'll have a meal at some point tonight. You have a meal during break, speaking of which. What break? We haven't broken. There are fruit in that you can have. I have a little fruit bowl, but I haven't filled it up this week. The intention was there. It's good to have fruit but healthy for you. I usually have bananas. And I have a little mini fridge up here. Again, haven't stocked it. Just because I had a bad day yesterday. And I usually have cucumber and bananas, but for some reason, like, those are my go-to veggie / fruit. I can't expand it past that. I'd love to be a vegetable and a fruit person, but that's it. Haven't been broken yet. I will change that though. Oh yeah, Pale? Hermione from work as Polly partner is in horrible shape. Oh Tay, I'm so sorry to hear that. What happened? Love bananas, I get you, right? Bananas are just a top tier snack. They're delicious and nutritious. Thing is, I live with someone who likes to eat the underripe bananas, and I like to eat them ever so slightly overripe. And so sometimes they never get to me. I struggle to eat much else veggie and fruit wise, and cucumber's just like eating water. It's great. For that neurodiverse, not saying I am neurodiverse, but I think we all know we've all tracked what's happening here. But that when you just want to crunch some water, you know? Cucumbers are amazing. You are, Newt, you are. Look, I've not had an official neurodivergency diagnosis, but every neurodivergent person I know has pointed at me and said, uh-huh. Then somebody said they're extra juicy, you can get a lot of water in that way. Ooh, Bexy, what a tip. Hell yeah. You ever tried cucumber water? Yes, and I loved it. I actually really liked it. Right, I'm going to end it there. Not the stream, but this first draft, I'm going to end it there. I think that's pretty good, and then I'm going to start the second draft rewrite from it in a few minutes. I could be wrong, but I think I have the same diagnosis as me. What's interesting is that I went for that OCD therapy, and the OCD therapist was like, you need more complex care. So I think there's a few things going on. To order cucumber to fishnets? Vibe. Been ever chronic issues where a nerve along their ribcage and spine triggers, sending non-stop pain through them. Ooh! It causes dizziness and puking from the pain. Does the rib slip, Tay? Is it like slipping rib? A strong muscle relaxer that knocks them out that would have left the clone unattended while I was at work. Fair, Tay. Well done for going in looking after them. That sounds awful. Nerve along their back rib cage and spine. Oh, so it's like the link at the back. Ooh. I know what it's like to have back issues. I slipped a disc. Well, not chronic back issues. My slipping of the disc was not, terrible. But I've had a slip disc and I know how horrible that immobilizing feeling where you need to breathe, but you just don't want to move. We don't know what triggers the nerve, right? But you think you have an idea. That is horrible. I really hope that they get some relief from it soon. I should trap all my paper in before I do this. So she's just left with me tearing bits of paper up. Ready for now too cold to write, grabbing duvet to warm up. Oh, pale. You need an electric blankie. That sounds horrendous. Yeah, is this like a flare-up? Or is it constant? Every time they breathe, because ow-wee. I'm gonna have a small break, but I'm gonna keep chatting. I fancy chatting. I'm gonna have some water. About 1 to 2 times a month. Oof. Freaking ouch, man. Hashtag not spawn, but having a snack. Enjoy the ASMR me chewing. Ow. And stretch as well, everyone. Don't forget to stretch. Snack, drink, and stretch. Happens in the evenings or on a day off for me, but we're not that lucky today. Unlucky timing. And it must be so hard, especially with a kid. Lost about 4 hours of work. Oh, is that overtime? Or are you on one of those where they don't pay you if you don't work it? We have something in the UK called... We have carers leave. And we have compassionate leave. You can get 5 days of unpaid carers leave in the UK, or you can get 5 days of paid compassionate leave, but people tend to use that for funerals. Back wrapped up in bedding like this, pale. Yeah, you able to get a breathing scan done? Somebody I know has slipping rib syndrome, and they had a scan done where they took deep breaths while the scanner was running, and you could see which rib was doing the motion and which was triggering what nerve and stuff. But I understand that might be expensive where you live. Right. Little stretch the legs. Little stretch my hips, actually. And people forget how, like, when you're fully cleaning, not just dusting or anything, but when you're fully, like, getting under furniture and lifting up a mattress and all of that stuff, you actually do quite a bit of a workout. My thighs really hurt today. Like, they hurt more than when I used to come back from the gym. water in this bottle does not... To the inside of the bottle, I feel like it doesn't smell great. But it might be that old plastic smell, because I have just cleaned it. I might double clean that tonight. You know that old plastic smell where it smells like vinegar? I just got that, like, in my nose. Ooh. Just killed off Kelly, come around and keep me warm. Pale, no, please, bring her back! Normally scheduled today. In the US, many companies give family medical leave, but without being a manager or hire, I don't get that option because I'm just a little driver. Oh yeah, because only managers and only managers or hire have families that require medical things, of course. Just triggers, no lead up or signals. Ooh, wow. Only if you come around and warm me up. On my way. That's insane that there's no signals. Like, it's, because I'm thinking hormone, I'm thinking weather, I'm thinking weight-bearing activities, I'm thinking times where you breathe more than normal, sleeping positions, that sort of thing. But I'm sure you've explored all of those options already. Alright, we're gonna finish up our break and have our last half an hour. I never put Froggy here for break, sorry. That's not the content you're here for. You're here for Froggy, aren't you? Which way? Not a huge amount of difference. Froggy! Me and my Froggy! I love my Froggy. This required times off work and we live paycheck to paycheck plus my tips. That is completely fair, Tay. By the way, I was on the server. Oh, I saw a little message and I wondered whether it was you. I saw someone message, I slept in your bed. And I don't know if it was from who to who, but I remember thinking, that's something in Minecraft. Was that you? The gay rainbow flared-based frog himself. Look at that belly. Look at that scrumptious little belly. I slept in Jinx's bed. Right, there we go. You slept in Jinx's bed. There we are. I'm happy to have you on there. Have a little look around. See where you want to set up base. Did you meet Lynn? Oh my god, Lynn. Lynn is there. Lynn is there. She's in the mountain. I love her. I died on her face once. It was great. Did you see my hole? Did you see my hole? That's the real question. Right, because a lot of this is going to include copying down from the first draft, I'm going to get started. I definitely need another word for frantically. Because I've used that about 10 times. Let's look in the thesaurus. Can confirm, true story. Talking about a swamp with a witch hut, I'd love to set up there. Absolutely, go for it. Have a look. We do have a, we allow mods within, to do with like making waypoints and for having a map. So feel free to have a mod with a map. Go for it. I died in her face once, it was great. Newt reminiscing. That's 142, there it is. Frantic. Frenzied, wild, hectic, feverish, fevered, mad, crazed, manic. Frantic. Panic-stricken, brilliant. Panicky, beside yourself, at your wit's end, distraught, overwrought, worked up, frenzied. Frenetic, brought, feverish, desperate. in a state, tearing your hair out. British informer or having kittens. They're having kittens. Panic stricken, I think. I don't think that had a K. Oh yeah, it did. Map mods are the apprentices to learn places. I mostly use performance mods like lithium and sodium. Depending on what they do, I'm happy. So I want it to be that it's a server that you. The biggest thing is that you build with what you find. In that sense, it's vanilla. What are they doing frantically? That's a good quote. To be from that. You just hoe on it and then chop on it. Seems far too easy. That's definitely me on Minecraft, isn't it? I'm glad I made 45 in tips on the 5 deliveries I did today. Oh, well done, Tay. GG's. We love some tips up in here. Well done. That's nice. Is your paycheck very, like, I realise this is an invasive question and it's a completely optional question. You don't have to answer. Is your paycheck, like, topped up with tips? Or is it, like, so you get to keep your personal tips? Or is it, like, you take them back to the company, they split them, and it tops up on your check. You know what I mean? You can see how flustered I am because I'm not doing payments. Yeah. We love some tips. Pale! I mean monetary. There is nothing filthy about that. You get your head out of the gutter. Bail. Okay, why is this smooth jazz so good? It's called Early Morning Jazz with Rain. - Twitch safe. I'm loving it now. Good! Keep my tips at the end of each day. We individually keep what we earn plus our hourly pay, which our drivers have 2 sets of pay. One for the store and one that is lower while driving. I feel like it should be higher while driving. Thank you for answering though. Oh, you're a jazz nut? No way, Tay! That's so cool! Tell me more. I felt my eyelids. Felt my eyelids stick. Just do a simple sentence. When? I tried to lift them. Stream information. Sorry, I'm doing something on my computer. Alright, lovely. My playlist while doing deliveries is electro swing. Tay, no way. I used to be a swing dancer. What? Oh, this is a whole avenue of Tay that we've never explored. No way. That's amazing. Not a huge fan of all jazz, but I do like a bit of the blues and big band stuff. Ooh, pale. Go for it. I have to be in the right mood for, like, smooth, low jazz like this. Have crested over. I felt my eyelids stick when I tried to lift them. They must have crested over. Full stop. When I lifted a scaled hand to I'm gonna put rub them, but when I did a scale hand to clear them, clear. Events of the previous day. Flashed across my mind. I need a word that's going to be like taken aback, I guess. In fact, one of my favourite neo-swing bands called the Jive Aces is from the UK, and we were once dancers that got tired of not having live music to dance to, so they taught themselves instruments. Now one of the top grossing European jazz swing bands. I love that. I gotta listen to them. Most of my work music is metal, rock, punk, and the same theme tune logged in for a laugh. The odd theme tune logged in for a laugh. I listen to a lot of old punk. And by older punk, I mean like Green Day old. And I listen to a lot of musical theatre. I can't help it. I love a shamow. I love a bit of shoo, you know. It's fun. Competitive swing dancer for about 3.5 years, travelling over the southeast US for Is there footage, Tay? Can I have it? Aghast, reeled. Oh, I like it. They flashed across my mind. I froze, aghast. Green Day isn't old, pale with this with age. Green Day isn't old, I scream as they drag me into the asylum van. Abjured, never mind, too slow. All good, no, I like it. I'd screenshot it. Hey. I like me a good word. Villainous, nefarious, evil. Mother was taken by the evil man in the dancing shoes. I had this as a thought. My mother was taken by the evil man in the dancing tube, and he has my sister too. Not he took my sister too. He has my sister too. Footage of me dancing, but nothing from competitions as I have found. Aww, not ready for younger me reveal yet. No worries, Tay. All is completely optional. I'm sure you're you are a brilliant dancer, and I'm sure you were a brilliant dancer in whatever you were filmed as. But that is such a cool fact and so interesting. Thank you for sharing. More Taylor for me. My mother was taken by that evil man with the dancing shoes, and he has my sister too. I have to find them. Had that as a thought, yeah. That awful transformation. This new body. Green Day isn't old. I saw them live at Wembley for the 21st Century Breakdown Tour. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. There is footage of me dancing, but nothing from my competition. Oh, you did say that. Sorry. I've used the legs and core of an ancient Greek Olympian. Hell yeah, Tay. Not so much as I ripped my abdominal muscles when I was 27. Oh, is that what made you quit? Is that why you had to give it up? You minded the dancing shoes. It was Tay all along! It may be it may be Dionysus, but still. Yep. You never expected a thing. It was Tay. Tay, please give me my mother back. I tore my eyes open and looked to she in a complete panic. She was frantically scratching at the desert sands with her front hand-like paws. I like this sentence. I'm going to keep this as is. Swing. Oh, everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Yeah. The lady still, right? The lady still loved him. Oh, that was a good stretch. I got cramp in my bicep. Looked at Agni. She was in a complete panic. She was frantically scratching. the desert. Actually, it smells like rain right now. I have my window on the latch. It smells like rain right now. Is it raining? It might be raining. Eee! Crunch! Oh no! If you're an early US history buff, the ladies really loved Ambassador Ben Papa Franklin. Mm-hmm. She was frantically scratching at the desert sands with her front hand-like paws. Comma, scoring gouges. Comma. Out of the loom of which collapsed. Oh god, we've only got 15 minutes left. Holy moly! We better pick it up, pick it up. I feel like this would give Writer Woman a coronary. Oh god. Vix just sent a video that said it's going to give me a coronary. What does that mean? Many letters we have recovered of, which there are many, he encourages each young lady he is writing them. He encourages the. Okay, that is the origin of the daddy kink for sure. Papa Franklin. Oh. Oh boy. Papa Franklin. Boy. The whole she had managed to scrape out was meager. All she managed to scrape out was meager, and with every swipe of her paws, some loose sand to avoid hindering her progress. He did invent bifocal lens. Why stop there? Why stop at bifocal lens? Why not go into the daddy kink? Why not? Why not? Got time? Linda just know that the video is actually made over the weekend. What is it? I have to see it now. I have to know for context. But do you know what's bad? Is that I've already seen it. I have already seen this woman with the suspenders. Yeah. You guys are right. You know my type. Newt seeing things and not showing. It's in the video section of Discord. No little word until I heard Bex's name. All good, Bexy. Hey, you're allowed to be in your own little world. That's what writing's all about. She's reading the tarot. Her eyes were fixed on something behind me. Something tall. I'm thinking of making a base around a witch hut in order to term a farm for the community to use. Oh, Tay, that would be amazing! I love that. Damn it, dude, you got my hopes up! So you're stalking me now, huh? Mm-hmm. I'm shattered, it's been a long day. Oh, Bexy. Well, we're wrapping up in 10 minutes. But feel free, if you'd like, to go and have a rest. Don't feel bad if you need to have a rest. Don't worry. You're not here... You're not here to push yourself. You know what I mean? They are braces. They're not suspenders. I wear them, and yes, it's fun to ping them like that. Doesn't mean that you leave. No! I'm happy to keep you company, but don't push yourself. Don't you push yourself. Me and this frog that we named, but I can't remember the name of. We'll come over. We'll beat you with the beaten stick. We'll get you. We'll get you. I mean it. Froggy! Puts Windsor back together with the loving duct tape. There we go. just put a couple of these on here, you'll be fine. Riveted for your pleasure. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Benali had sandstorms intermittently, yet each one brought in its wake. The sight of the orange. Orange billowing clouds sent fear down my spine and into my limbs. Yeah, I like that. Jumped up quickly. I like that paragraph. Doesn't make a lot of changes to that paragraph. And proceeds to get stuck in all the duct tape with no complaints. You may have a frog, but I have the tongue. Tay! That's a point. Newt, shall I bring duct tape to the meetup? We have loads at work. I mean, you can never have too much. Another death of the hole. Oh, Pale, what happened? Did you fall? What do we do? I asked. Put distraught. Distraught seems like I don't know. Yeah. There's a word I'm looking for there for. It's more urgent than worriedly. Worry. Agonize, brooding, panic, lose sleep, get worked up. In a flap. In a state, bother, anxious, distress. I asked fretfully. Imperatively. I fell, backing up without holding shift. Pale. Do you have an Elytra? You should have an Elytra. I have a spare one if you want. You can borrow it. I have one segment of my storage system built. Let's go! I keep it safe in my ender chest so I don't lose it. All good, Pale. Looking forward to end raiding for an Elytra. Yeah, Tay, go for it! Imperative, e.g. Newt, get your ass on the bed right now. I'm not sure that's what's in the dictionary, Bexy. I don't mind leaping into action. I know leaping into action is a very, like, overused phrase, but they're overused for a reason. Began to dig. Segment out of 13, and then another 3 weirder sections, then the item gathering system, and the bedroom, and the enchanting setup, and the item disposal, and the dungeon. What dungeon? Hang on. Wait a minute. I was going to say that sounds impressive, but what dungeon, sir? 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 Don't you try sassing up, it won't get you far. Don't say that, that'll make me blush. Got Tay's before bed. Tay's bed. I've been end raiding him forever. It's fun. I have a spare Elytra if you want to take it, because it can be hard to start end raiding your dungeon. Fail. I scooped sand aside with fervour, using my hands pressed together as a shovel. Felt the new claws that had replaced my nails crunch into the grains. They were helping me cut through. They helped me cut through. Were helping. Hell. I'm not going to make too many changes, but that's change. Maybe making you blush isn't the only got Bexy. Lockbox ready for use. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I know the trick to finding more boats easily. Nice! GG Tay! Felt the claws that had replaced my nails. Crunch. Into the grains. You're having me cut through. And shape the hole. Shape the hole, baby. Pick in Discord, hello. Pale, monkey. I've got you called monkey. Oh my god, Pale. That looks like a Minecraft computer. Jesus wept. Oh. You just did that. You just pulled that out of your butt. How did you do that? Newt. Yep, that's me. Quote ad, shake the hole, baby. Shake the hole. Highest reading on the decibel reader out of Note. I need to take the limiter off of my microphone first. Otherwise it cuts me off. And it's rude, actually. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're 2 minutes over. We're 4 minutes over, never mind. Are we happy to stay until I finish this page? I'm gonna finish the page. No worries if you guys have to go to bed. Just pull that out of your butt, how did you? It's magic! God, we are 145. Finish the page, we give you permission. Thank you, Tay. I've been good, Tay. Fiona, you would scream for Pexy. Pexy! You guys are coming in with the riz right now. Going through the sand desperately. Throwing a small hole between us. Ooh, this is actually a difficult sentence. When I find smelting small rooms. together I'm using again. I don't mind using that again, but I'm going to put a little one of these next to it. Together we managed to dig a hole that could fit about half of me. Yeah, about half of me. I could do. Pull it out of my mouth. I've said about a week creating it, building it in creative first, then creative had copper theming, and then annoyingly was in an odd spacing, not an even one. Had copper theming and annoyingly was on the odd spacing, not an even one. Oh, I see what you mean, Pale. Yeah. For the good note. Thank you, Tay. I don't hear the denial. I didn't say anything. I would never say anything like that. Give me oil in my lamp. Keep me burning. Making coherent noise for me. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. It would just be very loud. Wait, no, I didn't say that. 2 mods, 1 nuke movie. Look, listen. Listen! It'd be a fan fiction before it's a movie. My heart sank when I felt a smattering of dusty sounds. Heart sank when I felt a smattering of dusty sand grains. It sting. The scales on my head. We were running out of time. Paragraph break. Non-fiction, thank you very much. Oh yeah, Pale. A documentary type thing. Which half of you would go in the whole nuke? Which half do I get to torment while the other is trapped? Step dragon, I'm stuck in the dune. If the whole street isn't aware that I'm not doing my job right, oh yeah, Bexy. Be under the radar, in which case you have a few things that can keep you quiet. I'm sure you mean just putting me in front of a Nintendo Switch and I play Minecraft, right? Right? I'm sure that's what you mean. Or feeding me soup. Feeding you soup. Buttons will be pushed, but what, not the ones on the Switch controller. There may be a Switch involved. You guys are the best. Slash the worst, but you guys are the best. My eyes began to gum up with wet sand. Wet sand and I quickly... No comma there. And I quickly wrapped my scarf around my neck, face, I quickly wrapped my scarf around my neck and face, pulling up the hood on my hoodie for good measure. There we go. Oh, Tay! Shifting a delightful torment that made them twist and turn as the lightning that was Tay connecting through her pulsed and traversed the moist cloudscape that was her being. Moist cloudscape is a selection of words I never thought I'd read, but I'm thrilled that I have. Being able to switch between good and bad cop. There's my prompt. Tay, it's beautiful. Cuddling in blankets with Super Nintendo Switches for afternoons. Next turn to Jelly, we have to change the bedsheet. Not if you buy the right ones. I mean, I wouldn't know things about that. I wouldn't know about that. Okay, I've merged these two paragraphs and I've actually found it quite difficult to get my head around. I heard Agni shout to me, but could not over the din the storm had brought. I heard Agni shout to me but could not understand her over the din the storm had brought. The encroaching dust began to block out the morning sun. Agni and I into shade. I could make out her shivering form ahead of me. Yeah, I like that sentence. And felt how my hands were filling with Okay, that's it. We finished the page. Get that gently wiping Newt down with 2 to 3 full towels because she can't regain her senses enough to do so herself. That sounds like good aftercare, to be fair. You mess with the bedsheets. Will you be posting this to Vocal as a continuation of your original story? Yes, once it's done. Because this is just the storm. They actually need to get to the rattlesnake and see... I'd planned chapter 2 as they reach the rattlesnake and they see what they're doing at the facility. And they find out that... no spoilers, but they find out that one of the missing 2 people are there, but not the other. And they find out the reason why the other person is not there. So there's a little bit of plot that I need to include. Alright, let's get this finishing page up. Let's mute that audio so you can hear I'm a stone cold top, I'm a stone cold top. I'm a top, I'm a top, I'm a stone cold top. And then let's have a look and see if there's anyone we want to raid. Do. No one to raid. I can't see anyone that I want to raid. You guys go and read your favourite person. Spread some love. 271 squared living space for just 31k USD for a house in Japan. So tempting. Tay. I could come stay with you in Japan. No, I'm sorry. Thank you for the stream notes as always. Aw, thank you for being here, Jinx. I really appreciate it. Thank you for much for the stream. Thank you for being here, Bexy. Thank you for being you. Oh, thank you, Tay. Thank you all for supporting me yesterday as well. It was a rough day, and it was really nice to hear those messages and just, I don't know, I felt like I was wished well. You know, I felt that in me. It wasn't just that I saw that I was wished well, but I felt it. You know what I mean? It was nice. So glad to hear you're feeling better today. Thank you, Bexy. It was great hanging out and have a good one, Newt. Thank you, Zaina. It was lovely to see you again. I can't wait to see you. You're back on Tuesday, right? Because I don't stream on a Tuesday, so it'd be nice to spend my Tuesdays with you. I'd love to see what fish designs you come up with next. Literally a second house. I mean, we could be neighbours. Have a good evening and eat, goddammit. I will, Pale. Thank you for being here. We're all here for you. Oh, thank you. Yes, blushes. Yes, please. I'd love to see more bird people. Right, I shall say goodbye for now. Thank you for chatting, for lurking, for the subscription, for the biddies, for being here, for wishing me well, for writing with me, for body doubling with me, and just for being all-round amazing people in the library. I love you all. Sweet dreams, you lovely people. Sweet dreams. Neighbours with benefits. Hello. Love and appreciate the interview. Absolutely. Join you in stream? Absolutely. Oh, you guys. Yeah, they're the best, Zaina. I don't know how I got the best people on the internet, but I got the best people on the internet, you know? Good night, Newt. See you in bed. Excuse me. Good night, everyone. Bye.